episode Amplify with Aarti. Today we have a very, very special guest, especially special to me, my mentor, my inspiration, Dr. Sangeeta. Thank you, Sangeeta, for coming and gracing my show.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me, Aarti. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, let me take this opportunity to formally introduce Dr. Sangeeta. She's a gynecologist, she's an author, she's an activist, and she's the co founder of Enfold. Enfold is an organization which works for children, adolescents, and adults in the field of sexuality, gender equity, and personal safety. I am so happy to have you here, Sangeeta. It's an honor and a privilege to host you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much, Aarti. It's nice to be here. Yeah.
Thank you. It always, since the time I have joined Enfold, people know I have been also a part of Enfold from 8 years. There's one thing which always, you are an inspiration for that, the way you followed your dreams and passions. So how did you decide to have a different career path where you were such a successful gynecologist, and how did this thought came, let me start an NGO where there was uncertainty, would it be successful or not? How did this thought even came to your head?
So I would say that one passion that I really have is to learn, and then if I learn something that I find, wow, yeah, this is good, this is great, then I want to pass it on. So teach, in other words. And on that note, I think I never gave up being a doctor as such, because the origin of the word doctor itself is from docere, Latin docere, which means to teach.
Wow.
So I continued that. I didn't give up that. And yes, from the very beginning, I was associated with, say, St. Martha's Hospital and then with St. John's Hospital, and they were teaching hospitals. And I used to love to teach and, of course, see patients as well, and make models and get students to understand what's happening inside the body, how do you do surgeries, all of that, how to talk with patients. And so in a way, I have continued that dream of learning and teaching.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta. Thank you. And how did this whole cause of child sexual abuse came to your mind, and you didn't think of any other causes? How this particular thing is so close to your heart?
Yeah, that is because I just can't see children being hurt. That's something I feel like, okay, for an adult you do whatever you want, like, but with children, no, you can't do this. So, and that was one of the reasons I became an obstetrician rather than a pediatrician. Because as an obstetrician, I just had to take care of them while they were in the uterus, take care and have deliver healthy babies, let them be there. So when Dr. Shoiba and I left St. John's in 2001, for various reasons we left, and we started going into high schools for talking about sexuality, because we were seeing the effect of the lack of this education, something so normal and natural, and young people would get into such trouble just because they didn't know enough. So we started going into the classrooms, but we wanted to teach them to say no to things that they didn't really feel comfortable with. And for that we realized that sex education, sexuality education is not enough. You got to build their self-confidence, their body image, gender equity, whatnot. So we said, okay, let's start with 6th grade, and then very soon we were starting with 1st grade students. And that is when we researched, okay, what are the issues that 1st grade students might have. And that is when we realized the extent of child sexual abuse in India. It had not been taught to us in our MBBS or MD curriculum. No. So when we realized that, then that became our passion. That became our creating safe spaces for children. And that's how it was.
For those people who don't know, Dr. Shoiba is the co-founder of Enfold. And so well said. I am deeply touched. Like passion, if you follow, it has your boundless energies. And then any obstacle comes, you are ready to face it. It gives you a focus. It gives you a direction. If you have that passion, the vision to do something. And I can see that it has been 2000, from 2001. It's a long journey. Enfold has come and we have been doing fabulous job. I would like you to tell our audience even more detail what Enfold is doing, what type of work Enfold is doing.
Yeah, so we began with school students and their teachers, parents, and so that has remained our mainstay, our preventive work. And very soon we were in colleges and addressing young adults, so that also continues. And college level teachers now we are currently training them in sexuality, gender equity, safety education. And from 2010, Dr. Shoiba spearheaded the work for rehabilitation, reintegration, medical, legal, and psychosocial support for children and families that report sexual abuse. So we take them and support them through that. There's an entire team, Kushi, Suja, and others, that they just in that. And here we also had to build systems because they didn't really exist. So Dr. Shoiba had the training done in the Philippines, came back, set up the first collaborative child response unit here in Ramaya Hospital that's still running, and several such places. So we also create systems. We work very closely with the government, with the Department of Women and Child Development and others, and also work on policies and advocacy. And since 2016, 17, 18, that's the time we started exploring restorative practices. And that is something that gels very well with the life skills education, with the discussion on sexuality, personal safety, because there you're experiencing power with people rather than power over. And it really works beautifully with children, with adults, with adolescents. So that is another work that we are doing now, bringing in restorative culture into schools, into counseling spaces, into childcare institutions. And we have a whole team now with that. Swagata, Aline, and others are there. So yeah, that's what Enfold is into.
That's fabulous. So, people who don't know, I am also a part of the preventive team. So, we go to different schools, and the amount of questions which children ask on sexuality and the amount of doubts as adults, as parents, we need to be non judgmental, open in our communication, and answer those questions and not tell them, okay, beta, jab bada hoga na, then I will tell you what this is not the right time. Otherwise, they are going to go to the third teacher, that is the internet, and that's very, very dangerous, or their peers. Such an important topic, and I don't know why do we shy away. Thank you so much, Sangeeta, for entering this space and taking care of so many kids and giving meaning to so many lives. And last but not the least, the question, your amplification mantra to share with the viewers, which keeps you going, your value system.
Here, what keeps doing is keeping the vision alive and just working towards that, creating safe spaces for children. That helps me resolve any other things that may happen, interpersonal things, or something breaks down, something not working, this issue, that issue. They have large teams, there will be issues that come up. But keeping that vision in mind, just working towards it, and not really being attached to the immediate short-term goals, I should say. Working towards that, and also practicing what you preach. Yeah, so experience it. If you like it, as I said earlier, if you have learned something, it seems to make sense, practice it and then preach it. Yes, but that practice part is very, very important. And the last one is, don't ask people to do something that you haven't done before yourself.
Definitely makes sense.
So if I'm pushing Aarti into the classroom, I've been there before.
Definitely makes a lot of sense. I have never seen, Sangeeta, any person who is more resilient and hardworking and punctual than you. So hats off to you. These qualities definitely amplify Sangeeta as a person. I can add this to Sangeeta's list. So now we'll do a little bit of fun. I'm going to ask you some quick rapid fire questions. No explanations required. Short answers, one word. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
So some surprises for Sangeeta. Let's see how she manages the rapid fire question. I know she's going to do a great job. So I'm just reading those questions. So describe Sangeeta in one word.
Perseverance.
Okay. Your biggest challenge.
Biggest challenge is remembering people's names.
Okay. That's a good one. Your inspiration or role model.
My parents. My mom for gender issues, and my dad for his integrity and for his concern for people.
Definitely. I can see those radical views which you have taken from your mom and those generosity from your dad. You're beautiful. Your favorite book and author?
Girl, that is Agatha Christie. All her books. Yeah.
Your favorite food?
Masala dosa.
Okay. Your favorite holiday destination?
That would be Greece. It felt like India. I didn't get masala dosas there though, but
What is that one value that you cannot give up on?
independence.
Okay. If you had to step in somebody's shoes for one day, who would it be?
Lata Mangeshkar, because then I would just sing and sing and sing and sing something I can't do otherwise.
That's so nice. And the most memorable experience?
That was. It's a little sad though, but when I went into one of the prisons, this is another country, and spent 2 days we spent working with the holding restorative circles with the prisoners who were in for life.
Wow.
I don't think I'm going to forget that.
That must be a very heart-touching moment.
Yeah, yeah. I have a rose that one of them made out of a flower and gave. So I've got it on my desk.
That's so nice. So here, guys, we wrap up our rapid fire question. Kudos, great job. And I am really excited, at the same time very nervous, because she's my mentor and interviewing her is a great honor. And she's very sweetly agreed to come on my show. Thank you so much for coming to this show, Dr. Sangeeta. I would like to end this at a quote that never give up on your dreams. Dreams give you a purpose, a pride. Hold on to your dreams. Just believe that you can. And let's amplify with Aarti. Stay tuned. Do subscribe if you like my content. Thank you so much, Sangeeta. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, Atik.